Hello and welcome to another edition of Resources for Life TV at resourcesforlife.com. My name is Greg Johnson, and today we're going to do a test drive of the VW Bug or Beetle. And let's see, this is a two-door 2008 model. It has about 35,000 miles on it. I want to thank the folks at Enterprise Rental Car for making the vehicle available. And what I want to point out, I guess, are the features in the Bug that I think really make it stand out from other cars in its class. It's obviously it's a two-door car. There is a lot of seating room in the back, and these seats up front can be adjusted to be very comfortable. I'm a pretty tall guy, big guy, so I'm surprised even in such a small car I don't have any discomfort. It's very comfortable, very roomy. I like the fact that the middle post here for resting your arm on is padded, and there are some cars that don't have padding on that armrest, and so it can get kind of sore on your elbow. So I appreciate that. And something unique about the VW Bug is that it has a special shifting system. You have two options, and I'm going to slow down here and show this to you right now. There is drive, which is pretty typical, right? So that's here. But you also have a sport mode. If I bring this straight down, there's an S for sport. Notice how the light is red depending on which gear you've shifted into. In the sport mode, what's happening is the shifting is taking place at higher shift points, what I'll call higher shift points. So the car is going to rev a little bit higher. And it's just going to give you a faster takeoff speed, and I might say, very fast. I tested that, and from what I can tell, it went from about 0 to 60 in about 5 seconds. So it has a lot of torque, a lot of horsepower at those high RPMs. And it's a cute car. Obviously, you've seen the VW Bugs. It has a little place here for the flower vase if you're wanting to decorate, do some interior decorating inside your car. I really like the interior surfaces. Let me just show you something. Well, first of all, the seats are smooth, okay, so they're going to be easy to clean. The material that the doors are made of here, it's like a smooth plastic. And so if you're familiar with some cars, you'll get a vinyl. In some cars you might have kind of a vinyl surface there that shows wear pretty easily. And even though this car, it's part of a rental fleet, and it has, like I say, about 35,000 miles on it, the surfaces are, I don't know if you can see that, but it's shiny. It's just like new. In fact, the whole interior of the vehicle is in really good shape, considering that it's been used by probably hundreds or thousands of people. Here on the door are some convenient little buttons. Here's one for the trunk, and then another for the gas. Oh, and I'll mention, even though this is a really small vehicle, of course, easy to park, easy to drive, handles excellent, but even though it's small, these back seats can be folded forward. The trunk is very roomy, and so I'm impressed with that. And other than that, it's a basic car, right? The one thing I'd like to point out is I like the idea of having small cars. I think small cars are generally safer for everybody. It's less tonnage on the road that's going to smash into something in the event of an accident. But beyond that, it's just, small cars take less material to construct. They generally have better miles per gallon than larger vehicles. Easier to park, generally handle very well. So there are a lot of benefits to small cars. The problem is, for most small car companies, or for most companies that offer a small car model, the reason they're making a small car is not for the reasons I mentioned. It's not for the environment. It's not to have something that produces less air or noise pollution, The reason they're making a small car is because they want to have some inexpensive and understand that to be cheap vehicle to sell for people that want kind of a $10,000 to $12,000 car. So not only is it small, but it's made of really poor materials typically, right? So it's almost like with homes, you know, unless you really have a well-designed small home, a lot of people are building small homes to save money, and so they're going to cut corners any way they can, unfortunately. And so again, same with cars. You know, a lot of car companies, they're offering a small car not for any altruistic reason, but just to make something cheap. And so they just have very few features. They're not very sturdy, generally not very safe, you know, and so many small cars, I would say, fall into that category. But, you know, that's where the Bug is very different. It's a joy to drive. It's very sporty. At the same time, it's economical. You know, if I shifted into the normal drive mode instead of the racing mode, it's very economical and just really incredibly made and seems to hold up really well. So I'd say it's kind of the best of both worlds. It gives you what you normally would pay more for a large vehicle, you know, the quality of construction and the safety, but at the same time you get the small vehicle benefits, and as I said, lots of storage room in the back. So anyway, I'd give the VW Bug a 10 out of 10. And if you have any questions, feel free to email, call, write a letter, or send a video. And for now, this is Greg Johnson signing out for resourcesforlife.com. Thanks.